Sonic Adventure 2 starts with Dr. Eggman breaking into a top-security military base to steal his grandfather's super weapon, the Ultimate Life Form, which turns out to be an anthropomorphic hedgehog named Shadow who wears Heelys from the year 2069. Sonic the Hedgehog is then arrested after being mistaken for Shadow, and this is where the plot really falls apart for me. How can nobody tell the difference? This is obviously Sonic. You can tell by the hair. Anyways, Sonic escapes from custody and tears through the streets of San Francisco, destroying millions of dollars worth of personal and government property in his rampage, all in a vain effort to evade spending the rest of his life in prison. But, as he's being captured, he sees his doppelganger, Shadow, who uses the power of one of the Chaos Emeralds to move even faster than Sonic can run. It's those Heelys. Knuckles the Echidna faces off with Rouge the Bat over who really owns the Master Emerald. The same Master Emerald that Knuckles is sworn to protect after a genocide wiped out his nation in Sonic Adventure 1. During this debate, Dr. Eggman swoops in and tries to take the Emerald in broad daylight. What a terrible plan, who made this guy a doctor? Knuckles isn't having it though, and he blows up the Emerald with his fist, scattering all the shards across the world. Then, Knuckles and Rouge spend pretty much the rest of the game collecting the shards. But not so fast. All the bad guys meet on Dr. Eggman's grandfather's other super weapon, a space station called Noah's Ark. Here, they go over their plan. Frame Sonic the Hedgehog, check. Get to Noah's Ark, check. Collect all Chaos Emeralds, in progress. Meanwhile, Tails and Amy go rescue Sonic from imprisonment, which involves blasting through a military base, making them all wanted terrorists. And, oh hey, what a coincidence, the bad guys are here too, looking for Chaos Emeralds. And then Dr. Eggman decides to blow up the island too, for good measure. So everybody, except Knuckles, has to escape the island before it's too late. Then, because that military base wasn't enough, Dr. Eggman actually blows up part of the moon. His demands? Not important. But he's gonna blow up the Earth next once he gets the rest of the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic decides the best course of action would be to plead his case for innocence to the president, so he does just that. After meeting with Bill Clinton II, they decide to go to Noah's Ark before the flood comes in. Billy Bob Clinton suggests they consult with the Egyptians because they have a wonderful space program, but the Pharaoh says no, so they kill him, and then they take the spaceship anyways. Don't worry about who's flying the spaceship, it's Tails. Tails is a super genius. He built his mech suit, he made this cool fake Chaos Emerald for their plan to fake out Dr. Eggman, and then he released all the Master Emerald shards into the vacuum of space, where Knuckles will spend the rest of the game finding them all. Again. Thanks, Knuckles. It's a good thing he can breathe in space, even if he can't breathe underwater. The good guys, minus Knuckles, confront Eggman with their fake Chaos Emerald, but Tails has the worst poker face in the world, and Eggman calls his bluff, then kills Sonic. Tails doesn't like that, so he beats the shit out of Dr. Eggman, but lets him get away to activate the Doomsday weapon anyways. Oh, it turns out Sonic isn't really dead. He actually used the fake Chaos Emerald to imitate his fake and try out that magic trick from earlier. That trick is actually a sophisticated move called Chaos Control that allows the user to control the chaos in the Chaos Emerald in order to displace time and space at command. Sonic uses Chaos Control to teleport right next to Shadow on the longest drag racing strip this side of Tatooine, and the two of them race to see who's the real Sonic. While that's going on, Eggman activates the Doomsday weapon and the bad guys win. Or do they? The secret chapter of Sonic Adventure 2's story is unlocked after completing both the hero and evil storylines and pick up where the evil story left off. It turns out the laser that blew up the moon isn't really the Doomsday weapon, it's Noah's Ark itself, and it's now on a collision course with planet Earth because that will do much more damage than a laser that blew up the moon. This is proven to be true when people of various cultures around the world are shown being sad that the Earth is going to blow up. So now everybody has to team up to prevent a reenactment of the Bible. But Shadow doesn't want to because he's emo, so he doesn't. Except he does later because his dead girlfriend told him to. So here's the plan. Eggman blows up a bunch of stuff. Doors, robots, the moon, aliens, you name it. Then Tails does the same because they have some kind of father-son relationship bond starting to form. It's kind of weird. Then Rouge pushes a button that fills the room up with Tang. But Rouge is allergic to Tang, so it's up to Knuckles to overcome his fear of liquids and also press a button. This button releases the Tang and lets Sonic do his thing, collecting a giant ring. Now Knuckles can finally use the Master Emerald he has so painstakingly collected through the entire game to override Noah's Ark and save the day. But he doesn't save the day. Things get worse and he accidentally summons a giant lizard. But not to worry. Shadow finally stopped emoing around when he heard there was something to murder. So he murders the lizard like a goddamn sociopath, except he doesn't because the lizard chaos controls right out of the room and fuses with the spaceship like he's Rudolph delivering gifts for Christmas. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Cue the theme song. Cue the Chaos Emerald spinning. Cue Magical Girl transformation. Cue the final boss fight. And then they kill the lizard for real. And then they use their powerful hedgehog biceps to push Noah's Ark back to safety. But Shadow pushes too hard and pushes himself right into Earth's atmosphere, where he burns up and dies. Or does he?
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got